what I've got for you next.
Yo, this
Keep
man has
watching if you
a
can.
sick sense of creativity. Oh no. What is happening?
I don't remember being told that version.
Ew! I don't. I can't. Hey y'all, what is up? What is good? Ghost Squad, how are y'all doing? Today, I'm going to be doing a video from BMAs called The Cursed Commercials. They actually aired on TV. I can't wait to see this. I really can't. Cursed commercials. Not just normal commercials. Commercials that people got probably scared of. So let's jump into this. By BMAs. Oh, I can't wait to be amazed by this one.
Look into my eyes. I'm going to hypnotize you. Yes, you. Right now. No, don't look away. Look into my eyes.
Since the 1940s, commercials have been keeping us glued to our screens with their flashy gimmicks, catchy jingles, and sly slogans. But some are memorable for all the wrong reasons. Stay tuned for these messages as we take a look at cursed commercials that actually aired on TV.
Bruh.
As a kid, I loved playing with my plastic toys. And if they were battery-powered, even better. But there's one bunch of battery-powered toys I really can't stand.
So, is everybody using Duracell batteries?
You kidding? The second I heard you can't buy a longer-lasting battery, I bought the family a whole case.
Reminds me of the first time we tried Duracell batteries. We were living in Tulsa with your great Aunt Emma. We shared a one-room apartment. Herb, did you slip her one of those other kinds of batteries?
Me?
Me?
These things creep me out. And did Herb just kill that woman with cheap batteries? From 1994 to 1996, Duracell ran these commercials across the U.S. featuring this freaky family of doll creatures called the Puttermans, whose existence depended on long-lasting batteries. The actors playing the Puttermans were covered head to toe in latex, even their teeth, which took 3 to 4 hours to apply. Each section of makeup was much bigger than the actor's real body. Their heads were 35% larger, and their hands were twice their normal size. Man, I could do with those for my tiny hands. But despite the bigger size, the costumes were made from stiff rubber foam, which encased their shoulders, giving them the stilted movement of robots. For all the Puttermans' hideousness, though,
like the
ABC
Tin Man.
wanted to give them their own sitcom.
Bro.
And even Mr. Hollywood himself, Steven Spielberg, was reportedly considering making a movie with them. Duracell poo-pooed all of these ideas, saying they didn't want to lose control of the Puttermans, probably for the best. Why anyone would want to watch a whole movie about these monsters is beyond me. Good thing there's plenty of nice brand mascots out there. Tony the Tiger, Ronald McDonald, the Jolly Green Giant.
Jolly Green Giant.
And just look at this happy little commercial for Sun Fizz.
Mom, we're thirsty.
Well, I've got 2 glasses of Sun Fizz coming right up.
Sun Fizz, that's our favorite.
That's because there's a delicious ray of sunshine in every drop.
Come on, guys.
I'm filled with nature's goodness.
Even the dog running.
Hey, what's with you people? I've got vitamins and minerals.
Mom!
It's the eyes. Those soulless black eyes.
Bro, even the dog ran.
This abomination isn't
Even
actually
the
a
dog
mascot for
ran.
Sunfish.
It like for
Heck,
real horror
Sunfish
movie.
isn't even a real brand. Nope, it's all a big joke made by Sprite to poke fun at cartoon mascots made to entice children.
Oh
The
boy,
American
that was
commercial
funny.
first aired in
Mom
1998
The
and
kids.
was directed by future indie wonder child
man.
Spike Jonze. This guy would go on to direct other uncanny films that messed with your head, like Being John Malkovich.
There's
Her,
no way that's
and Where
real.
the Wild
There's
Things
no
Are.
way.
The giant creatures in the last one still make me feel iffy. There's more to childhood than getting frightened by oogly booglies, though. I'm talking about candy. My schoolyard was
There's
basically
no
a
way that
hawker's
was a
market
real
of
commercial.
kids trading the sweet stuff. But there was one candy nobody wanted: Betty Crocker's Gushers. These abominations
Betty
oozed
Crocker's
out
Gushers.
fruit goo when you bit into them, and were first released in
Yeah, fruit
1992.
gushers.
Okay, nothing weird so far. Well, 4 years later, they released this commercial in the U.S.
Introducing new Fruitomic Punch Gushers.
Oh
with a
man,
taste that's
I
gonna
remember
drive you
this.
crazy. It's very, very different. And totally.
I remember this.
No, I'm not the only one who was freaked out by this ad. According to my friends, well, I say friends, I mean random people on YouTube and Reddit, this was the exact reason they refused to touch them. I mean, look at all those people's lives who were ruined because they bit into what they thought was a harmless bit of candy. Now you know why I won't do a face reveal. And it seems that Gushers aren't the only sweet treats disfiguring naive children.
What brings you two into my office?
Bro,
I looked up,
that commercial,
and the pudding was
it didn't
gone,
it
and
didn't
I
bother
know
me.
he took it.
Jeremy.
It didn't bother me like that.
Look at that smile. That is pudding face. You took my pudding.
The evidence
That's
is hard
pudding
to
face.
dispute.
You took my pudding.
That's just the image I need in my head as I gulp down a
Bro,
turd-shaped pudding with
imagine
pig
seeing
bones.
that in your
Because,
dreams.
yes, gelatin
Imagine
is
seeing that in
made
a
from
dark
pig
room.
bones. Although this grimacing child is still less
Bro, that's
horrifying
that
than the
Joker
grotesque
smile.
creature that plagued the old Jell-O commercials. Ugh, gross. If you want to stay up to date with more obscene commercials, make sure you like, subscribe, and let me know down in the
That's,
comments.
bro,
Now,
that
more
is a
disturbing
Joker
ads up
look.
next. If there's one thing Mrs. BMA's has a go at me for, it's my whiffy feet. It's not my fault they're all sweaty, yellow, and fungi infected. If only there was something that would make them smell so sweet that my wife would have no choice but to, you know. Yeah, just like that. This 1990 commercial, which I'm assuming was directed by Quentin Tarantino, comes from Spanish company PA Peak. Any idea what it's for? No? Okay then, it's foot deodorant, with PA being Spanish for foot. Uh-huh. How feating. Don't worry, I've got more foot-based ads for you.
There's no way. There is no way that this was a commercial. There is no way that seeing this, a couple making out with each other's feet, is a commercial. Seeing them smooching every inch of each other's foot, a commercial. No, this can't be. I would believe if this was fake. But if this was legit, like legit real, whose idea? I need to know whose idea.
How feating. Don't worry, I've got more foot-based ads for you. Take a look at this one from the now-defunct company STA Travel. Though it's probably not the feet you'll be noticing.
At STA Travel, we're full of useful travel tips. Ow! Ow! For example, if you're traveling in Australia, it's worth remembering.
What are you? How many bandages does he have?
You'll end up with a well-known brand of sticky tape.
Sticky tape?
Ugh, I think I've broken my thigh bones from clenching. Apparently the Durex sticky tape fact is true. Though I think more with older Aussie generations, since that brand is no longer sold. I also asked the Australian guy in our office about it, and
Not
he'd
the
never heard of
sticky
it,
tape.
unless that was actually him in the commercial.
Was it one of those
Okay.
wax types
If
where,
you're an ex-smoker like me,
hairy
then
chest?
you'll know every now and then
nah.
a craving for that sweet, sweet puff sneaks up on you. Nowhere is that feeling better captured than right here.
King and she did demo, sweet yo, sweet yo. King and she did demo, sweet yo, sweet yo. King and she did demo, sweet yo. King and she did demo, sweet yo. Nicolette!
Oof. That thing would still make a better Joker than Jared Leto. Though it's not just the cigarette.
What kind of... No, we need to go back. No, look at that! Bro, that is a face that would make kids cry and adults nervous. This will give some adults, goosebumps seeing that. Bro, you got a human-sized cigarette with this rape face on coming towards you. Nah. And you know kids be saying about to smoke that pack? Guess what this one's about to do? You tell me.
Cigarette monster that's unsettling. It's the heavy thumping music and the weird face this guy pulls when he wants a cig. It's really just too much. This is a commercial from the Japanese branch of Nicorette, released in the 2000s.
He about to do more than smoking.
It wasn't just Japan who were plagued by cigarette monsters. There's this 2002 ad from the UK, which takes a more kick-ass approach. There's also this one I like from the
Okay, she does some pillow foo.
People really had a thing for assaulting Cigarette Man in the 2000s, didn't they? I sure don't remember these, otherwise I would have never taken up the habit. Talking of bad habits,
this will make you stop
as a big
smoking.
round ball, there's one commercial that really speaks to me.
Man, get attacked by some butt cheeks, and he's taking the elevator. What in the meat sack? And it has lips. Lose the beer
belly's
belly.
already got me. This British ad from 2000 was part of a £4 million campaign by Reebok. That's over $9.8 million in today's dough. Unlike their competitors, Nike and Adidas, Reebok wanted to appeal to the pint-guzzling, beer-bellied everyman who exercises just so they can eat an extra portion of fish and chips. The belly itself is actually an 8-foot-wide, 5-foot-tall costume made from hollowed-out foam and decorated with plastic hairs and moles for some revolting realism. Inside, an
Okay, you see, okay, so y'all see the belly button right here? The belly button right here. This belly button got teeth. Giant, baby-sized teeth. How is these commercials supposed to... You would think, okay, a commercial, like you show his shoes, right? Okay, clears about the shoes. Lose the beer belly. Imagine commercials like this still happening to this day. I already know these would have been banned. This would have been scary, not just kids, but adults as well. This And if you think outside the box, this is one way to motivate you to where I shouldn't drink, I shouldn't smoke. I don't think I even want to eat this type of food because I might have nightmares about this food, like the cigarette, like the beer, certain beer. It can be all beers. I don't care, but stuff like this, in a creepy way, should motivate you to where live a healthy life.
Hairs and moles for some revolting realism.
Don't they look like giant
Inside,
baby-sized
an actor
teeth?
maneuvered the thing, and their legs were digitally erased in post later. Something about the knowingly ugly aesthetic and dry humor hit a chime with British audiences. The commercial, complete with that screeching
the
yet
elevator.
catchy tune, became a roaring success with "Belly Gonna Get Ya" reverberating throughout the country. Reebok's ad arrived right in the wake of Cool Britannia, a cultural and economic wave that hit the UK in the 90s to the 2000s, with creativity booming. Just look at this British commercial from 1999, advertising the PlayStation.
Okay, I remember this one.
What bugs me about human endeavour? I've never been the human in question. Have you? Mankind went to the moon.
Got that
What
alien-sized
Grimsby is.
brain.
Forget progress by proxy. Land on your own moon. It's no longer about
If y'all see someone's head looking like that, you automatically call this person an alien.
Up here.
An alien.
In our own time. It's called mental wealth.
Yeah, it looks like...
Hey, what the f they gotta do with PlayStation? No. These, like, bro, no. What does it... Do not underestimate the power of PlayStation. What does this individual with an alien-shaped head have to do with PlayStation? I did not understand that part. Do not underestimate the power of PlayStation. I can understand we see the game that's from PlayStation, but no, you got this individual. Okay, it was so confusing. It was.
Yeah, it looks like the PlayStation to me. The ad was directed by video artist Chris Cunningham, and the girl, I think she's an alien, was played by the then 17-year-old Scot Fiona McLean.
But
if anyone was able to understand her Glaswegian accent, you'd know she's actually talking about the futility of humans' quest for progress. The message? Instead of worrying about the big picture, waste your time on the PlayStation. Who cares? As long as it makes you happy. That's surprisingly philosophical for a console commercial. For her day's work, McLean was paid £10,000. That's over $23,000 today. And she even bagged a free PlayStation. At the time, McLean was actually unaware what they'd be doing to her face. She said that after the commercial was released, some people thought she genuinely looked like that. Of course, it's all computer wizardry. And that bit at the end where she chuckles at something off camera, that's actually unscripted, but the director liked it so much he left it in. Fast forward to 2006, and gamers were eagerly awaiting the launch of the PlayStation 3. During Game 4 of the World Series, viewers at home finally got their first glimpse of the console. As you can imagine, reactions to this commercial were mixed. Some were creeped out, others were in awe, and most were just plain puzzled. The truth is that Sinister Baby was intended to represent the emotions that the PS3 could muster in the player. Yeah, that went way over my head. It's estimated that Sony spent a whopping $150 million on this campaign. That's more than $230 million today. What the heck did they spend the money on? Well, the whole thing was just a plastic baby doll sat in a room. While we're on the topic of horrific dolls, take a look at this Remco commercial.
Listen to Remco's Baby Laugh a Lot.
Why they turn their heads like, what is that sensational laughter?
She's the funniest doll you've ever seen. Just push the button and she starts to giggle.
That laughter cuts.
You see how they turn their heads like 90-degree angle? Literally, like, what is that sensational laughter? Like, oh my god, a laughing doll, first of all. Like, I know laughter is contagious, but that type of laughter, yeah, it's best to steer clear from that. Now, I'm gonna say this: some of these curse commercials I've seen, but the real question is, how many curse commercials are out there? How many, really? That's the question.
It threw me like a jagged knife. And what's
imagine hearing that in your house?
Expressionless girls turning their heads. Everything about this commercial is wrong. Clearly, they were advertising towards children who wanted their own demon-possessed doll. I couldn't find much about this toy other than it was produced by the Remco Toy Company, and some guys online claim it's from 1971. But maybe the less I know about this thing, the better. Though, if you thought nightmarish dolls were bad, just wait till I ruin dogs for you.
consommé 펀치 펀치잖아요 consommé 펀치 음악사가 기대로 consommé 펀치 consommé 펀치 consommé.
What the hell is that?
Oh, God.
That was a 2007 commercial from Japanese snack maker Calbee for Consomme Punch Chips. Only the mascot they chose looks like a man and a dog were fused into some unholy chimera. I like to think that Calbee dog was once the little boy's older brother.
Whose idea was this?
Transmuted with their
Who thought this was a good idea?
His younger sibling win over his crush. Or maybe he's just a guy in a dog suit who lives in their backyard. Either way, it's weird as hell. The ad's success led Calbee to create more commercials featuring the creepy canine. There's this one where he fights and probably slaughters another dog, and this one where he's abducted by aliens because, of course, the first one is still my favorite. The others
probably
are
think it's a skinwalker.
Self-aware of their own zaniness for me. Now for something completely different.
Humans, you must stop. You must stop. Now. Bananas are for monkeys. Eating the monkeys' food.
What?
Stop eating the banana after working out. Gain home access twice.
What? This atrocity came out in 2008 by
as
a
if
Swedish company
as
Gyromax.
As if it couldn't get any weirder.
Parodying the Japanese
Stop
horror
eating
franchise
banana
Ring
after
was
working
meant
out.
to promote their protein drink. I don't want a protein drink after watching that, just a teddy bear and a blanket to hide under. Let's move on. How about, yes, remember those silly chimps in those old PG Tips ads?
I've never seen this.
The chimps who were made to dress up and perform were left psychologically damaged. The chimps, after spending a lifetime being trained by humans, lacked the social skills needed to interact with their own species. Oh, great. Looks like more cursed commercials to add to the collection. Ads don't always come from big companies. Sometime in the mid-2000s, a quiet guy named Mark Brown owned a store called Norton Furniture in Cleveland, Ohio. To get more customers through the door, he decided to create his own commercial.
Good news for people that have credit problems. Norton Furniture is here for you. Now, seriously, If you can't get credit in my store, you can't get credit anywhere. My name is Mark, and you can count on it. You gotta help me out with something.
For folks in Cleveland who dozed off on their couch with the TV on, Mark, with his bushy gray beard, awkward delivery, and whispery old voice, made quite the impression. And that was just the beginning. Over time, he created 67 more.
Why did that commercial feel a little unsettling? And why was there a tiger in the background? And why was that like doing some That was a ASMR commercial, and there was no music playing. It felt like a horror commercial. There usually a commercial has music in the background, but it has a tiger roaring in the background. That's one, thinking there's a tiger in the store while he's doing a commercial. Number two, why is he whispering? First of all, why is he doing ASMR doing a commercial? Like, has there ever been an ASMR commercial? If not, this is the first one that I've ever seen. And number three, unsettling. Literally unsettling. That's it.
Or bizarre commercials that aired on local TV, with their weirdness paying off. People from all over the state flocked to Norton Furniture to meet him and have their photo taken at the store, to the point he now has a whopping 67,000 photos on a special wall dedicated to it. He's even featured in a Taco Bell commercial in 2016 for their new quesalupa that aired during the Super Bowl.
If you can't get credit in Norton Furniture, you can't get credit anywhere.
So,
and if you can't get cheese
that tiger prop,
look no further than Taco Bell's new quesalupa. It's gonna be big. So big, it might be bigger than same-day delivery.
Tarzan, okay.
Come see me. For cheese bacon with shell, go to Taco Bell. My name is Mark, and you can count on it.
Odd marketing combo, but not bad for a guy who made some cheap local commercials that only ran from midnight to 6 a.m. Another breakout star comes from Egypt in 2010. Panda Cheese wanted to promote their stuff, so they teamed up with agency Elephant Cairo to produce 3 unforgettable commercials.
صباح الخير يا استاذ توفيق. يلا يلا عشان الفطور. جايبه لك النهارده سندوتشات جبنه.
لا والله ماليش نفس.
Chasing love can drive you mad and make you feel real good, make you feel so sad. Oh, 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 chasing love. Make you oh, chasing love.
Security?
Chasing love.
Yep, these are the freaky ads that launched 1,000 memes. In charge of the project were Ali Ali and Majed Nassar, who were bewildered by the product's name. I mean, it's not like Panda Cheese is made from bamboo, or,
never say no to panda.
So, what's it got to do with pandas? To put
Bro,
it into
that
the confusion,
picture.
they decided to put the panda front and center.
What?
For the creature's design, they were inspired by Cadbury's drumming gorilla and went for an ultra-realistic route. Originally, Ellie and Nassar wanted these ads to be much more violent and bloody. However, on showing the execs the initial plans, they were told to tone it down. Even with the milder scenes, though, the powers that be weren't happy with the way their brand was being represented. And within a week of airing, everyone in the marketing department was fired. Thankfully, the panda's success has stood the test of time, going on to have an afterlife online. Another freakazoid came to us in the fall of 2010, just in time for Halloween. One seasonal treat inspired by trick-or-treating came from Snickers in 2010.
Hello, Mrs. Jensen. You don't have any Snickers in your shopping cart. The neighborhood kids love Snickers on Halloween. Let me help you.
Yes, he looking.
I'm only helping. Snickers.
I don't need any more Snickers.
We're definitely going to her house.
This Halloween, nothing satisfies like Snickers.
Bro, you see how she looked? Those big
Without
bulging
that reveal
eyes.
at the end, I'd have trouble sleeping. Because of its sheer weirdness, the American commercial was a massive hit and went on to inspire a few spooky lady cosplays. Holy cow, that is scarier than the ad. The cult of the Snickers lady grew, and her outfit was even sold on celebrity auction site Clothes Off Our Back for $1,900. That's almost $3,000 today.
$1,900.
All of these petrifying promotions are putting me on edge. Maybe I should relax with a nice bucket of ice cream.
Nah.
There's good reason for my glistening skin. And how I shine. And how my pores are so clean and clear.
Oh, we all scream for ice cream indeed. This notorious commercial was created by the American company Little Baby's Ice Cream in 2012. The company made its name selling wacky flavors from Earl Grey Sriracha to spicy Chinese mustard. And I guess they wanted their ad to reflect their off-key brand. Their commercial was directed by Doug Garth Williams, a self-described creepy weirdo, and stars Asa Shaiba as the ice cream mutant. Contrary to what I assumed, Asa's not a monster at all. I stumbled across a Redditor claiming to be them, and I even found this picture. Yeah, they're definitely human. Asa isn't even covered in ice cream. They're actually covered in marshmallow fluff. Huh, bet you weren't expecting that. If they'd used real ice cream, it would have frozen Asa's socks off. As for that head dip, the team took care of it using Adobe After Effects, making it look like they really scooped cream out of their head. And this wasn't the only terror Doug and Asa unleashed.
Bro.
Together, they also made Love Lickers, which is just more of the same, really. With all these vomit-wrenching commercials, I'm sure Little Baby's ice cream was flying off the shelves, right?
I promise you, you're going to sell.
No. In 2019,
Little
Baby's
big
closed down. I wonder why.
I wonder why,
Doug,
too.
That ingenious brain went on to making other charming commercials.
Y'all want some carrots? No, keep your mouth closed. Keep.
Any guesses what that's advertising? No? A tattoo and hair boutique. Right. I can't believe I'm saying this, but both of those ads pale in comparison with what I've got for you next.
Yo, this
Keep
man
watching
has
if you can.
sick sense of creativity. Oh no. What is happening?
I don't remember being told that version of the tortoise in the hair. I wonder if the tortoise still came first. Now, from what I can gather, this is a commercial for a South Korean app, Moga Travel, where people can find love hotels. That is, places to rent rooms for romantic getaways.
I can't. I can't. Even after the ice cream commercial, you know, no matter how many times I saw that one before, but it still gets me though, because just seeing someone eating themselves like that, like just all right. But yeah, that tortoise in the hair kind of did it. I think I felt pain hit me in my chest a little bit. I felt that, like a sharp pain hit me in my chest. What in the abomination was that? That's not the tortoise in the hair that I envisioned. You got that, it was gonna turn into like straight up. Yeah, gotta be ashamed of themselves. Truly.
I tried finding it on my app store for research purposes, but there was nada.
Research purposes.
Not being able to read or understand Korean
using
also
that
makes
excuse.
things a lot trickier. If you can translate the commercial or have any information about it, please let me know. All right, let's turn our attention to public service announcements, or PSAs. These are commercials designed to raise awareness, change our behavior, or just straight up horrify us. While I was digging through the archives, I discovered that Britain is the king of PSAs, where they're known as public information films, or PIFs. Some of them, like Apaches from 1977, have so much child violence that I couldn't get away with showing it here at all. Instead, let's look at this twee creep fest from 1973.
Charlie and I were in the park. Then this man came up and said, would I like to see some puppies? And I said yes. And I was going to go, but Charlie stopped me. Charlie's reminded me, my mum says I shouldn't go off with people I don't know. Then the man went away. We went and told Mummy, and she said we'd been very good. I got an apple and Charlie got something he likes. He says never go anywhere with men or ladies you don't know.
Oh, the 70s were a different time. This is from the Charlie Says series, a collection of 6 animated PIFs from the UK. They followed a lonely little boy who spends his days with his squealing pet cat, Charlie, with each film ending on a moral lesson about the horrors lurking around the home. These films were created by the now-defunct Central Office of Information, and their raggedy look is down to animator Richard Taylor. He made the films with cutout animation, the same method used in the first ever South Park episode. For older generations who grew up with these, they hit a nostalgic note, even being voted Britain's favorite PIF in 2006. But honestly, the idea of a kid whose only friend is a deranged cat doesn't give me that warm, cozy feeling. And something about the film's drab look, the child actor's awkward delivery, and the looming danger makes the whole thing seem decidedly off. Charlie's definitely another stranger I won't be talking to. It's not just children who are at risk in the world of PIFs. Animals can be just as vulnerable. And the British charity RSPCA has been campaigning to protect them for 200 years, even from themselves.
That dog looks so uncomfortable.
Please give us a pound, or we'll have to pull the trigger.
Whoa!
My first thought is, damn. My second thought is, that dog is a darn good actor. You can see why some viewers in 1987 might have been a bit confused by this commercial from an animal welfare charity. I wonder if the RSPCA were channeling the dark humor of this National Lampoon cover from 1973. Though unlike National Lampoon, the RSPCA weren't trying to be funny, which just left people startled and confused. The charity backtracked on the PIF and released this shorter version without a gun in sight.
Before you give someone a dog this Christmas, please count the cost.
Bit of a cop-out if you ask me. If you say you're gonna shoot a dog, you shoot that dog. Overall, the 80s were a tough time, especially for the LGBTQ+ community, as they faced the devastating impact of the HIV/AIDS epidemic. Gay men in particular were falling ill to this terrible disease. So, in 1986, the Department of Health launched a public health campaign to raise awareness of the mysterious illness, resulting in the release of this film in 1987.
There is now a danger that has become a threat to us all. It is a deadly disease and there is no known cure. The virus can be passed during intercourse with an infected person. Anyone can get it, man or woman. So far, it's been confined to small groups, but it's spreading. So protect yourself. And read this leaflet when it arrives. If you ignore AIDS, it could be the death of you. So don't die of ignorance.
With the booming voice of John Hurt and the direction of Nicholas Roeg,
Okay, that's
famous
one
for
way to make
horror
an
classic
example.
Don't Look Now and the even scarier movie The Witches, this PIF made quite the impact. It all began with Health Secretary Norman Fowler, who was spurred to launch the Don't Die of Ignorance campaign after witnessing the tragic deaths of young men from the disease. Unfortunately, Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher was known for her less than sympathetic views toward the LGBTQ+ community.
Children who need to be taught to respect traditional moral values are being taught that they have an inalienable right to be gay.
Undeterred, Fowler pushed ahead, making it clear AIDS posed a threat to everyone, not just minority groups. The grim atmosphere was designed to scare people into reading the informational leaflet that was distributed to every household in the country. While Fowler had good intentions, there's been backlash against the PIF for its fear-mongering tactics, which many believe spread distrust and hatred towards gay people, making their struggles during the pandemic even harder. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. Let's go across the pond now and look at a PSA from the USA. Let me get comfortable for this smoking announcement.
I know a place that's peaceful and quiet. A place where animals play. It's called the forest, but every year we start forest fires. A careless match, a cigarette, and poof, fire. So the next time you're in the forest, be extra careful, okay?
If you knew it was me, would you have listened?
What?
Smokey? Wow, way to kill the vibe.
If
Yes,
it was
that
me,
was
would
Smokey
you have
the Bear
listened?
wearing actor Joanna Cassidy as a suit like Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs. Nice. This 1973 PSA featuring the mammal mentor was created by the U.S. Forest Service. In fact,
Smokey,
in
how did
spite
you
of his
fit
thunderous
into that,
voice
huh?
and dead-eyed expression, Smokey has been a beloved mascot for the service since 1944. and still
Only
is
you
today.
can prevent
And
forest
don't get me
fires.
wrong, I'm all for Smokey's mission to protect habitats, but did we really need that shot of him peeling off a face? Okay, so a lot of the PIFs and PSAs we've seen have focused on keeping kids safe.
So, like you said,
And from their
if
perspective,
it was
adults can be
me,
downright
would you have
terrifying,
listened?
or big and loud.
That's the big
One ad
question.
from Finland really nails that fear.
What in the monstrosity? Santa, no! Drinking?
Yikes. This 2012 campaign, simply titled Monsters, was created by Fragile Childhood, a charity that helps kids with alcoholic parents. That commercial shows just how menacing and unpredictable adults can be, as well as the psychological toll it takes on children. Fragile Childhood revealed that in Finland, drinking is often considered a private matter within families, which makes it tough for kids with alcoholic parents to find the support they really need. Kudos to the charity for raising awareness. Now, where's the TV remote?
Wow.
Ah, there it is. Let me just... dang it.
There's some commercials I have seen, but bro, that tortoise in the hair got me for real though. That tortoise in the hair, it legitimately got me. Yo, like say it ain't so that these commercials were actually legit commercials, because what in God's name were they thinking when they put stuff like that out? Imagine stuff like that till this day. Imagine stuff like that. Bro. Yo. I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all want to stay tuned, stab the buttons down below. You'll see the next video. Hey, hope you have a good day. Y'all stay safe. And I could say I'm out. See you tomorrow.